Hey everyone, this is Will. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the main differences that you need to know between Getresponse and Mailchimp, and there is definitely a better platform between these two. I have made another video on my main channel comparing all of the different email marketing softwares, so I will leave a link down below in the description. Definitely check that video out. It should be very useful. Also, I have special discounts and bonuses for all of the different software. So again, all of the links down below in the description. And every single week I give out one of my courses completely for free. So just press thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel to enter the competition. Now let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so first of all, we're going to start out with automation because I think this is one of the most important things when it comes to email marketing software. So Getresponse and Mailchimp, they both have pretty advanced automation. You have most of the things that you will need with automation. So I'm just going to discuss a couple of things, how they differ, and something that you need to take into consideration when choosing these softwares. So one thing when it comes to Mailchimp, first of all, as you go through your workflow with your email automation, you set all of these different steps. And you can set condition of if someone reaches certain condition, where you want to put them next within the workflow. And the one thing that I don't like about Mailchimp, or that is lacking with Mailchimp, is that as you can see here, we can set a condition that it's a campaign activity. It's a click, so it means someone has clicked on something, and basically here we can choose which email they have clicked. So in this example, I created first step as the first email that we send out to our audience. So with Mailchimp, you can select that the email, something within the email was clicked. However, where I have a problem with this is that we might have multiple links within one email, and let's say if I have my social media links and I'm sending an email where I'm promoting my product, I don't really care if someone clicked on my social media links. Really what I care is whether they clicked on that specific link that is for that product that I am promoting. And if you go to Getresponse, you will see that here you can actually choose, as you can see here, within the newsletter, or you can choose within autoresponder, whatever it is. But as example here, within the newsletter, you can also select, you can have any link. So this would be the same as Mailchimp, or you can select a specific link from a specific message, a specific link from a specific message. That's what's selected now. So basically, this actually allows you to track which link was clicked. And for me, this is a pretty big thing that I need to know. Unless you only have one link and that's it, just one call to action, then I guess it's fine to go with Mailchimp. But other than that, it's very useful to have this function that you can actually select which link has been clicked. Another thing when it comes to actions, and there are a lot of different things, you can have a look at these actions yourself. Mailchimp does have most of the main actions that you will need. As you can see, you have send email, add remove tag, add or remove from a group. But one thing that is again lacking with Mailchimp that Getresponse allows you to do is sometimes I don't want to take someone from one group and put them into other group, but instead of that, I want to copy that contact and put them in a different group or list, whatever you're using. And basically then I can have that one person on a couple different lists and in a couple different workflows, rather than taking them from one workflow and then putting them into another one. So again, something to consider that Getresponse allows you to do and Mailchimp doesn't. Another couple of things to mention here is with Getresponse, you can add some conditions such as special occasions. So for example, if you have collected the data and you know that it's someone's birthday, you might have that as condition within a workflow. So something a little bit more advanced, I would say. But if this is what you want to do, you want to go that extra step, then it's nice that Getresponse has that. And also landing page visited. So again, they can track if a certain landing page was triggered, then you can start a specific workflow, which again is very, very powerful. Another one thing to mention about this is that you can add a score. So based on different actions within your workflow that a specific user has been taking, you can add different scores. You can give them different points basically, and then based on that you can do different actions, because you know, if someone has engaged with a lot of your emails, they opened a lot of emails, they perhaps clicked on a lot of different links, then they are maybe more likely to do certain things, and you can have these people scored in a specific way and then send them out campaigns according to that. So again, something that is a lot more advanced, but it can increase your profits quite a lot. And the last thing that again is, I'm saying everything is really, really important, but these things are actually very important, and this is split testing. So basically within your workflow, as you're going through the steps, you can take this block and you can basically say, okay, I want 50% of the audience to go to this one path and 50% of the audience to go to this other path. And you can choose also, it doesn't have to be 50-50. You can choose, for example, 30 and 70. So basically this is just A/B testing, split testing within your email workflow to understand what is working better. So for example, if you want to perhaps test out different headlines of the emails that you're sending out, or perhaps you want to test out, okay, if I send an email one day after, or if I send an email maybe 5 days after, which one is going to get more opens? So you can do all of this testing within the workflow, and that is very, very, very powerful, and only a couple of email marketing softwares allow you to do, and Getresponse is one of that. So I think that is it in terms of automation. Okay, the next thing is landing pages, and there is a massive difference here as well. So if we look at Getresponse, they actually have the nicest landing page builder out of all the email marketing softwares. And I say that because, for example, here, let's say we have this block that's an image, and we can just take this image and we can move it anywhere we want. So even if, let's say, we want to take this image and move it behind the text here, we can do that. So you really can go the extra mile and customize as much as you want. And obviously you can resize it and so on and so forth. And you can basically edit everything on the front end as well. So you can just click on the text and you can change all the colors, all of the size, everything right here. So it makes the whole, basically the building of the landing page much faster and easier. And it allows you to customize a lot more and really create a page that you want, and you're going to get a lot of conversions on the page. Whereas if we look at Mailchimp, I really hate their landing page builder. It just seems really old school, and basically you just have these blocks that if you press on the block, then it opens on the side, and then you can edit on the side. And when it comes to images, again, you can't even resize the image within on the front end. Within here, I can just press on the image and resize it, which is just seems very annoying, and again, very old school. For most of the landing pages, you can do that for even email marketing softwares that allow you to create landing pages. And you do have some blocks here, but I would say it's just some of the main blocks. It's not a ton of different blocks to choose from. And I'm not saying that you can build out a nice looking landing page. You can still build out a pretty nice looking landing page, but really it is no comparison to Getresponse. Getresponse is pretty much as good as an actual landing page builder software. Another very important thing to keep in mind is that, as you can see here at the top, you have variant A, variant B, variant C, so on and so forth. So what you can do is basically you can A/B test or split test landing pages. So let's say I created this page here, and on the other page, perhaps I want to move the text a little bit, perhaps I want to change the colors, or I want to change the text itself, perhaps I want to change the image, whatever it is. I can create different landing pages and I can test out and see which one is performing better, and Mailchimp does not allow you to do that, and this is very advanced feature. It's only really Getresponse and MailerLite that allows you to do landing page A/B testing, which is very, very powerful. And again, it's a feature that usually you would only get with a landing page builder software. Also, on top of that, the really cool thing that I like as well is, as you can see here, we have this little section that's a pop-up form placeholder. So the cool thing that I love about this is that you can actually move where do you want your pop-up to appear. And again, this is something really advanced that you don't get with any other email marketing softwares, and it's really cool because again, you can customize however you want this to appear, and you can also A/B test that. So perhaps if you put a form here, it's going to have a certain conversion rate. If you put a pop-up form on the other side, it might have a different one. So basically you can really go out and test out a lot. And lastly, the thing as well what Mailchimp doesn't have, and again, something that's insanely powerful, is the thank you page editor. So after, let's say if on your page, for example, you are collecting emails and someone subscribes to this email, after they press this button to subscribe, they will be redirected to a different page. And this is the thank you page. And within here, you can also basically, you can use the same landing page builder and you can add whatever you want here. So if you want, you can create maybe a tripwire where you are selling some sort of product to them, or perhaps maybe you have some different call to action, perhaps follow you on social media, whatever it really is. But it's very, very powerful because at that moment when someone took the first step and they subscribe to your email list, they are fairly likely to take another step as well. So it's very powerful to have this section where you can create a thank you page. Now, when it comes to landing page templates, Mailchimp does have a few templates, but it's 10 templates and they're really the most basic templates I have ever seen. So I would say they're not even really that useful, to be honest. On the other hand, if you look at Getresponse, as you can see, they have a ton and a ton and a ton. As you can see, I can scroll for a long time. I would assume maybe a couple hundred or so different templates. And a lot of them are real advanced. As you can see, you can build out basically really professional looking landing pages, or even a website looking landing page. So really, they do have a lot, by far, a lot more choice. And this can be very, very useful, especially if you're not a designer, or even if you have some design experience. It makes your job just so much easier if you can just take one of these pages and you can adjust it a little bit, or take some elements from one page and kind of combine the different elements and create your own landing page. It just cuts a lot of time. All right, now when it comes to pop-up forms, Getresponse, again, they are going really extra mile, and they are the only email marketing software that allows you to customize pop-up forms a lot. So what I mean by a lot is that usually if you go to Mailchimp actually first, you can see that with their pop-up form, it's actually the most basic probably out of all of the email marketing softwares. But basically in here, I can just add an image if I want, I can change the text, I can basically change some colors, and that is it. And I can choose what kind of layout I want to have, and that's it. And when we look at Getresponse, with Getresponse, you basically have the same landing page builder with your pop-up forms. So the really cool thing that I love is that I can insert an image and I can even resize the image. So for example, if I want this strawberry to be bigger or want it to be smaller, also the really cool thing I like is I can even drag it out to the side, so to have this sort of 3D effect. I also can just take the whole pop-up and I can resize this as well. So if I want to make the shape a little bit bigger, I want to, let's say, add this image here and I want to resize it to make it much bigger. So this basically just allows you infinite options of the different customizations. So it's really, I would say, completely different animal compared to Mailchimp. And also when it comes to all of these different fields, as you can see, they have a bunch of different fields that you can add. Again, it all depends on your business. Usually you want to keep the opt-in forms pretty short and just name an email. But if it's necessary for you to collect some other stuff like their phone number or their address or whatever, they do have these things as well. And also, as you can see here, you got some elements as well. So if you want, you can add subscriber count, trust seal, text, dividers, images, and so on and so forth. So you can really add more stuff if you want, not just a plain simple form like you have on Mailchimp. And another super important thing as well that is really, I would say one of also the main things why you might want to choose Getresponse, because none of the other email marketing softwares have this. They have A/B testing for forms as well. So again, you basically can create different opt-in forms and A/B test which one is performing better, which one is getting more opt-ins. And that is just so powerful. So again, huge props for Getresponse for having that. And also, as the same as landing pages, you also have a thank you page. So again, if someone puts in their email address and they opt in for your email list, you can redirect them to basically whatever you want to create, the thank you page. And here again, you can have some sort of other call to action if you want. And as you can see, you can add all of these different elements. So again, if you want to have, let's say, tripwire, if you want to have some sort of call to action like follow you on social media or whatever it is, you can create all of this here. Again, super powerful function. Also, another thing to mention when it comes to forms, Getresponse actually has a lot of different templates. So with Mailchimp, you don't get any template, you just get this builder and that's it. But with Getresponse, as you can see, they have a lot, probably again, hundreds of different templates that you can choose from and get some inspiration, or just take it and adapt it to yourself. So once again, this can save you up a lot of time instead of trying to design something nice from scratch. All right, when it comes to building out your emails, how they actually look like, I would say there isn't that huge of a difference anymore, because Getresponse has a different builder compared to their landing page builder. So it is kind of the same, I would say, as most of the email marketing softwares. However, there is a little bit of a difference, because when it comes to Getresponse, again, I can just click on the text, for example, here, and I can change the text to whatever I want. So I can edit the text right here on the spot. Whereas with Mailchimp, I need to press on the block and then I need to go to the side. So it's not a huge difference, but I do just like this interface a little bit more. And another thing that is pretty useful with Getresponse is that you have all of these blocks that you can insert in your email. But what you can also do is you can save different blocks that you have created, and you have this section of my blocks. So again, if you're creating a lot of different really cool looking emails, then you can save out the different blocks and use them later on in your different emails. So that can be very useful. All right, in terms of the general interface of both of these softwares and the ease of use, I would say that when it comes to Getresponse, they do have a lot of different things, I'm not going to lie. As you can see, they are pretty advanced tool, and I'll talk about some of these additional features. But I think in general, when you're going through all of these different steps, I would say that they make it pretty clear to understand everything, and they do have pretty nice just user interface. The really cool thing I like on the homepage is that, as you can see here, we have all of these different sections, and we can actually even press to add a widget, and we can choose what section do we want to add. And this is really cool because sometimes, let's say you might not care about how many opens you get on an email, but perhaps you really care of how fast your email list is growing, or the other way around. So you can really add whatever you want here. And then at a glance, you're going to see all of the stats on the main menu. So this is something that I just wanted to mention that I really like that Getresponse is doing. When it comes to Mailchimp, I would say that Mailchimp is a little bit more complex. They do have really nice looking design and all of that, and it's nothing insanely difficult, but I don't know, I do feel like they are trying to look like they are doing a bunch of different stuff. And I think if you're just starting out with email marketing, it might seem a little bit more complex and it might take a little bit longer to understand compared to Getresponse. And Getresponse has really good guides as well, by the way. Whenever you're going through the different steps, they have really good guides. So in terms of just user interface and overall experience and ease of use, I would say that Getresponse is a little bit easier. All right, now about some of the features that only exist on one or the other platform. So as I already kind of mentioned, if you look at the menu, you will see that Getresponse really has a bunch of different stuff. So as you can see, they have all the email marketing functions, but then on top of that, they also allow you to do webinars, web push notification, paid ads as well, which I don't know how, depends whether you're actually going to use this or not. And they also have conversion funnels, and what they also allow you to do is have stars and products. So if we look first of all at the sales funnel, they have this thing here where basically they allow you to create sort of a nice looking funnel in one place. And I do have to say that technically you can do all of these things. You can create this sales funnel within your email marketing workflows. However, the fact that they put it up all in here in this nice page, it does make it a little bit easier to really understand what is happening. And I would say it just makes the whole process much easier. But do keep in mind that I do think that they are trying to make it look like this is a feature that you can't do with any other email marketing softwares, where I would say that's not the case, but it definitely makes the process much easier in terms of delivering, let's say, your freebies and all of that. You can do everything automated, very easy, instead of taking additional steps. And as you can see here, basically you have your ads. Let's say if you're driving traffic through ads, you can create your ads here, and then you have the landing page. And in here, as you can see, it shows you how many people actually put in their information, how many people converted, exit pop-up stats, all of that. And then you create your autoresponder. So if you want, you send out basically a few different emails on certain days after they visited or they opt in on a page. And then you can basically create your sales page where you're selling your products. And you can actually, as you saw, they have a feature where you can create the products. So you can actually create products on Getresponse and you can sell them directly from Getresponse, which is very cool as well, that you don't need to use a third-party tool for that. Then as you can see here, you can also create, if you want, some upsell pages, and at the end you can have all these confirmations and so on and so forth. And at the end you have all of the different stats, and you have your how much money you earned and what is your ROI as well. So it's really cool that they integrate basically everything in this one page, and it just allows you to easily see what your sales page looks like and how exactly it is performing, and if you need to adjust some things. So this is something that usually, again, you would only have these type of things on landing page builder, and it's really cool that Getresponse is actually providing this. And just to show you really quick, as I mentioned, Getresponse does have stores and products. So again, just if you want, within your account on Getresponse, you can create a store and you can add different products, and again, you can basically directly sell products from Getresponse to your potential customer. The one thing that Mailchimp has that Getresponse doesn't, because I haven't said anything nice about Mailchimp yet, they do have a website builder, so you can actually build out a website. So instead of just a landing page, which you can do with Getresponse, here you can build out the website. And the difference basically is that you can add, as you can see, all of these different pages here. So if someone comes on your page, on the home page, from there you can have different pages at the menu section. So you can have, perhaps, let's say, different services or your portfolio or whatever it really is. And I do have to say that I had some glitches when it came to building out the website pages. So I'm not super impressed, but as you can see, you can build out a pretty nice looking website. It is pretty limited in terms of how much customization you can really do. So if we look, for example, at The layout, as you can see here, we have basically two options. We can basically have image on one side or image on the other side, and that is kind of it. So it really doesn't allow you can resize if you want some of this, but again, when you actually compare this to, let's say, the landing pages on Getresponse, this doesn't allow you to do as much at all compared to Getresponse. But just something to keep in mind, if this is what you think you really might want, then Mailchimp does allow you to create a whole separate website, and it's only MailerLite from other email marketing softwares that allow you also to create an actual website. But again, most of the time I would say you're probably better off going with a third-party tool such as WordPress or something else. Alright, so now when it comes to pricing, first of all, Getresponse. So as you might have already understood, Getresponse, I would say, is sort of a tool that is email marketing software, but it's also a landing page builder software. So if you are thinking to do both and you're going to use landing pages for your business and you don't want to pay additional fee, and actually Getresponse provides you so much stuff that you basically almost don't even need to get an additional tool, and that can save you up hundreds of dollars every month. So this is something that you really should take into consideration when thinking between these two software. And so with Getresponse, you have a few different plans, and you have the basic plan, the plus, and the professional. And one thing to keep in mind is that when you look at the basic plan, they again are very basic. The one thing you have to keep in mind here is that you can only create one sales funnel, and you also don't have the automation builder, as you can see here, all of the different workflows. So honestly, you can have a look for yourself. If you just need some very basic stuff, you don't need the automations and all of that, you're not going to use that, then you could go with the basic plan. And as you can see here, for 10,000 users, it's only $65 a month, which is very, very cheap. So if that's enough for you, then go with this plan. Definitely great value. But I would say that for most of the people, that is not going to be enough. You really want to have your automation builders, you want to have your workflows, because it is just very, very powerful. So most likely, and as you can see here, they do say that this is their most popular plan. Most likely you will want to go with the plus plan. And again, this is sort of one of those things where you have to take into consideration of how many workflows are you going to be creating, how many sales funnels are you going to be creating. And one thing to keep in mind is that you do have, I think they write it somewhere here, you do have unlimited lead funnels. So if you are creating just lead funnels, basically just collecting emails from people, then you can create those funnels. They're not going to count within your sales funnels. The sales funnels are going to be where you're selling products. So you have to keep in mind, for most of the people, I think this should be enough, having 5 workflows and 5 sales funnels. And this is $95 a month, which I would say when you compare to other email marketing softwares, I would say that this is actually a really good value, especially again, considering all of the advanced features you have of automations and landing page builders and pop-up builders. They really provide you a lot of super advanced features, and the price is really not that bad. Some of the other email marketing softwares are more expensive than that. If you look at Mailchimp, actually, you will see that they do have a few different plans here, and they do have a completely free plan. However, the catch here is that, well, you have up to 2,000 contacts, though then again, you have to keep in mind, I believe they only allow you to send out 12,000 emails per month. So you might run out of the emails you can send before you actually even collect the 2,000 contacts. And I don't think their free plan is the best. I do have other recommendations. Do check out my video of Mailchimp versus MailerLite. And another catch here is that you don't have all of the different automations within the free plan. So really, again, if you want to have all the automations and all of these different things, you will need to go with the paid plans. And the paid plans, there are 2 different options. There's the essential and the standard plan. And again, the standard plan, as you can see, this is the recommended plan, and it's the recommended plan because, as you can see, I just changed the currency, by the way, but the recommended plan is recommended because they do have a lot more they have the really advanced automations and all of that. So as you can see here, customer journey builder, branching points, all of these type of things. So really, if you will want to have full out automations for your workflows and all of these type of things, you will want to go with the standard plan. I wouldn't really suggest to go with just the essential plan. And now if we compare the standard plan, and by the way, I think also you can't really compare the essential plan with the Getresponse Plus plan, because the Plus plan just provides so much more. So really we need to compare the standard plan. And again, if you choose 10,000 contacts on the standard plan, as you can see, it's $105 a month, which I think is just so overpriced, to be honest. I think Mailchimp, because they are sort of the most well-known email marketing software, I think they are just overcharging because of that, because they still know they're going to get a lot of people to sign up. But I really don't understand why they're charging so much money, even though they do have the basic features, but they don't have some of the more advanced features. And especially if I compare the standard plan for $105 to the Plus plan with Getresponse, and all of the different automations that I can do, all of the landing pages, again, the advanced automation tools, even sales funnels, and well, this depends whether you're going to use it or not, but you get the webinars and webinar funnels. It's really no-brainer which software to use. Getresponse is definitely by far better value. And also, if you will want to have more workflows and more funnels, more than 5, then you will need to upgrade to the professional plan. And as you can see, the price does increase quite a lot. It's $165. But again, I would say when you think about all of the different things that you're getting from the software, because it isn't, I would say, just an email marketing software, it's a landing page builder as well. So if you would combine both of these, if let's say you would go with Mailchimp and then you would get a landing page builder, then you would actually end up paying way more than $165. So again, because of that, I do have to say that I do think it is actually really good value, even if it might seem a little bit more on the expensive side. And another thing to keep in mind as well is that Getresponse does provide you a bit of a discount. So as you can see here, if you get 1 year, you get 18% discount. And if you get 2 years, you actually get 30% discount, which is quite a lot. And as you can see, then the Plus plan is only $66 and the professional is $115, which is basically the same as the standard plan on Mailchimp. So again, it's really no brainer for me, at least, which software to go with. So hope you found this video useful. As I said, I have special discounts and bonuses, so all of the links down below in description. Also, I have made another video on my main channel comparing all of the different email marketing software, so definitely check that video out. And in general, if you need some videos on digital marketing, online business, check out my main channel. There's a lot of really useful stuff. If you find this video useful, make sure to press thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, put on those notifications. Stay awesome, and I'll see you soon.